Have you heard about leather that sells for more than gold by weight? It does not come from cows. It comes from the belly of the world's largest reptile, the saltwater crocodile. Smooth pattern, strong fibers, a luxury market that moves millions. But the shine hides a hard reality. This story starts far from fashion streets. It begins in muddy wetlands with eggs the size of limes, strict rules, and people who risk a lot to collect them. Today on Oddity Farming, we go inside Australia's crocodile farms. We follow the life of a single croc from a wild nest to a bag in Paris or Tokyo. We see how this industry supports conservation and jobs, and why many people still question it. Is it sustainable? Is it humane? Or is it luxury at the cost of wildlife? Stay with me. Like and subscribe for more deep dives. Welcome to the Northern Territory, a place of floodplains, paperbarks, and saltwater crocs. Farming starts in the wild, not in a lab. During the wet season, licensed teams get government permits to collect eggs. Nests sit close to the water. Each nest holds about 30 to 50 eggs. Crews use boats or helicopters, then walk through hot, thick swamp. A mother croc defends the nest with force, so rangers move fast and stay alert. Every egg must stay in the same upright position. One twist can kill the embryo. This work fits a sustainable use model. The adult crocs stay in the wild. The value sits in the eggs. That value gives locals a reason to guard the habitat. Indigenous landowners grant access and receive fees or royalties. The deal shifts pressure away from poaching and toward legal, traceable harvests and shared benefits. The result shows up in the numbers. In the 1970s, saltwater crocs in this region almost vanished. Now there are well over 100,000. Farms collect tens of thousands of eggs each year under strict quotas. A share of young crocs goes back to the wild to keep genetics healthy. The system creates steady jobs and export income while it protects wetlands that hold birds, fish, and crocs. Eggs travel to biosecure hatcheries. Staff place each egg in an incubator with tight control over heat and humidity, usually between 29 and 34 degrees Celsius. Heat also decides sex. Around 31.6 degrees produces mostly males. A bit cooler or hotter shifts the ratio toward females. Incubation lasts about 65 to 90 days. In nature, fewer than 1 in 4 eggs may hatch. In farms, success can reach nearly 90%. Hatchlings weigh about 100 grams. They move into small tanks with clean, warm water and smooth walls. Light and heat stays steady. Staff group crocs by size to cut down fights. Diet starts simple. A fine mix of chicken, fish, or beef with added vitamins and minerals. The goal is fast growth, strong bones, and flawless skin. A single bite mark can cut the value of a hide by half, so calm pens and careful feeding matter. Teams track weight, growth, and skin condition. Vets check health and run parasite control. Water sits near 30 to 33 degrees with constant filtration. Tanks stay clean to prevent bacteria. As crocs grow, feeding shifts from daily to a few times per week to match natural rhythms. Precision matters. Right portions. Right nutrients. Less stress. Better hides. Have you ever visited a croc farm? Drop a 1 in the comments if you have, or if you want to see one up close. Now, fast forward 4 to 5 years. A farm croc reaches about 2.2 to 2.6 meters. That size gives the best belly panel for fashion. Transport to processing follows strict welfare rules. Humane immobilization lowers stress and protects the skin. Skilled workers remove the hide with care, especially the belly where the scale pattern stays even and smooth. One scratch, one scar, one rough floor can downgrade the hide. After skinning, the hide gets cleaned, salted, and stored in climate control. Many top-grade hides go to tanneries in Italy or France. There, experts turn the raw hide into soft, durable leather for high-end brands. A single premium hide can sell for roughly 10 to 15,000 Australian dollars, based on size and quality. Farms guard that value with traceability. Digital IDs track each croc from egg to harvest. Feed formulas, water records, and space per animal are logged. The industry also uses the whole animal. Bones, teeth, and claws go into jewelry and keepsakes. Fat turns into balms and moisturizers. Some farms add tourism with guided tours and hatchling shows, which helps visitors see the process and ask hard questions face to face. Do not forget the meat. Butchers break the carcass into tail fillet, backstraps, legs, and ribs. The meat is lean, high in protein, and rich in omega-3, zinc, and iron. Many describe the taste as close to chicken or mild fish. Packs carry batch codes for food safety and export rules. Inside Australia, croc meat stays niche. Overseas demand grows in China, Thailand, Japan, and parts of Europe. Producers also make sausages, cured cuts, and jerky to reduce waste and reach more buyers. Australia's croc farms sit on a thin line. On one side, conservation, jobs, and long-term habitat care. On the other, ethical concern over raising and killing sentient animals for luxury goods. Can this model stay profitable and fully transparent at the same time? Tell me what you think in the comments. If this report gives you a new view, like the video, subscribe to Oddity Farming, and tap the bell so you do not miss the next deep dive. Thank you for watching. Australia's red hart bakes under a brutal sun, while nimble herds sweep over thorny hills. Those goats do something wild. They turn dry scrub that cattle refuse into meat and milk that travel to the world's best kitchens. In a global hunt for sustainable protein, this tough little animal checks every box. Lean meat, rich milk, low input, high adaptability. Helicopters and dogs round them up one week. Stainless steel dairies spin out premium cheeses the next. A country that makes a tiny slice of the world's goat meat somehow tops exports. And dairy makers push goat milk into products worth hundreds of dollars per kilogram. By the end of this video, you will see why goats thrive where others fail, how simple systems scale across deserts and barns, and how this humble species grew into a quiet engine of global agriculture. Welcome to Oddity Farming. Let's go! Each year, mustering crews ride quads, run dogs, and even lift off in choppers to guide more than 1 million animals toward holding yards and processors. This style, rangeland harvesting, runs on skill rather than heavy infrastructure. It gives many landholders a steady check with low ongoing costs. Muster cleanly, hold briefly, truck efficiently. Not every producer keeps it wild. A rising group shifts goats into controlled barns. Temperature, airflow, bedding, and nutrition sit on dials and dashboards. These farms aim for higher milk yields, steadier carcass weights, and consistent quality all year. Between open range and climate-managed barns, goats show a rare split talent, survive hard country with little help, or perform like clockwork under careful routines. That dual strength, resilience plus precision, fits the future of food. Health starts with a good environment. Goats feel best in mild conditions. Think mid-teens to mid-20s Celsius, with moderate humidity. Hot months demand shade and constant water, or heat stress creeps in. Cold snaps call for dry bedding and draft-free shelter to keep ears and udders safe. Small swings in climate change growth and milk curves, so farmers watch thermometers as closely as feed bins. Diet stays simple but smart. An adult goat eats a couple of pounds of feed a day, usually hay as the backbone, grains for energy, and oilseeds or legumes for extra punch. Many farms offer roughage twice daily, and cereals in a single morning feed. Kids shift off milk at 6 to 8 weeks, and dairy does hit full stride around a year and a half. Unlike sheep or cattle that lean on grasses, goats browse. Shrubs, weeds, and rough plants that others ignore turn into protein in a goat's gut. That appetite spreads risk when feed prices swing. Movement matters. Good managers open gates for daily exercise, often in cool hours after sunrise or before dusk. Sunlight, room to wander, and clean air keep legs strong and stress low. Add those basics: balanced feed, fresh water, outdoor time, and you get hardy animals that keep producing through heat, wind, and lean pasture. Milk starts soon after kidding. With calm handling and clean routines, a doe settles into a rhythm that lasts many months. On small farms, semi-automatic units line up a couple dozen animals at once, each teat cleaned, each cluster attached with care. Big dairies scale the same idea with rotary platforms that turn like a slow carousel. Goats step on, udders get sanitized, cups click into place, and cool white milk slides through sterile lines into chilled tanks. By the time the circle completes, the next group stands ready. Hygiene is the quiet hero here. Quick cooling and fine filtration protect flavor and safety. From tank to treasure, milk takes a precise path. First, it passes through filters to lift out any stray solids. Gentle heat comes next, then rennet to set the curd. The white mass splits into curds and golden whey. Knives or wires cut curds to release moisture. Warm the vat, stir softly, and pour the curds into molds. Salt enters, sometimes rubbed across a rind, sometimes mixed inside, to draw out water and build flavor. Young cheeses can be ready within weeks. Others wait and deepen. Beyond cheese, makers spin milk into yogurt, cultured butter, and smooth ice cream. On the market side, goat cheeses add up to millions of tons a year, with Europe and North America leading the fancy end. Some wheels command prices in the hundreds per kilogram because of craft, aging, and demand. The meat chain runs with its own logic. When goats arrive at modern plants, they rest to lower stress, which protects tenderness. The line that follows looks a lot like sheep processing but scaled to a smaller frame. Humane stunning, precise bleeding, careful skinning, and clean evisceration all happen under strict rules. Every carcass gets washed, trimmed, inspected, and chilled. Here is the twist. Instead of slicing into mini cuts, Australian exporters mostly freeze and ship whole carcasses. That simple choice locks in shelf life, reduces handling costs, and keeps quality steady during long voyages. Boxes head out of regional hubs toward major buyers in the United States, East Asia, the Middle East, and beyond. A tiny production share becomes a huge export footprint because logistics and consistency are dialed in. Economics tells the same story. Australia raises a few goats, but ships a big share of exports, over 1 million head a year. That trade brings millions, and prices stay firm. Age or sex affects value far less than in cattle or sheep, so deals face fewer shocks. On dairy, goats add a slice to the global milk pool. A liter at the farm gate gains once it becomes cheese, powder, yogurt, or specialty drinks. By region, goat meat wins in the US, the Middle East, and East Asia, while Europe and North America grow the dairy side. That spread lowers risk and supports a mix of products. Headwinds remain: drought, fences, browse pressure, culture gaps. Better grazing, tighter pens, and simple marketing narrow them. Demand rises, climates warm, goats deliver? If this opens your eyes, tap like so the story spreads. Subscribe to Oddity Farming and ring the bell for more smart, simple looks at how the world grows dinner. Drop a comment. Which goat product wins the future for you? Meat, milk, or cheese? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.